What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Like I said, we got a super quick interview coming at you. It's going to be Seb Villains and Soy with this closing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate of the 2021 season here with Mississippi State's player himself, the starter, the captain, and the Yoshi. Connor Sanders, how are you, my friend?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing good. I mean, I guess plenty good, but now that we're kind of easing down away from it, it has been an incredible day. You guys put on a phenomenal game. And I want to ask, do you feel there's any particular moment here in the series that really flipped things on its head for you guys? Things got really close in those final sets, but do you feel there was one crucial spot that secured your victory here today?
I think that after we won the first two sets, that really did take a weight off of our shoulders because mathematically, we were so far ahead at that point,
right,
that it just was we have some room to breathe. And so if we make some mistakes, it's not the end of the world. And I'm sure that fourth set with Yosfu and Skull Kid was kind of close, but we were confident in our guy, and we knew that even if he doesn't have us, we still have Mr. Man in the back. So we that's just the thing. We weren't sweating. We knew what we had to do.
For sure.
Yeah, I want to dive into your set in particular. I mean, you guys knew you were going up against DePaul, another rivalry between the top of the EGF here, and you are, assigned the role of going in first. What was your mindset going into this matchup?
Well, we talked about it earlier in the day. We were like, what matchups do we want for certain players? What matchups do we not want? And the two characters that I was actually the most comfortable going up against was Mega Man and Pac-Man, because there's a Mega Man and a Pac-Man in my region that I play against a lot. And so I was like, if there are two characters out of this whole list that I would feel the most comfortable playing into and trying to get a win, it would be those two. And since we had counter pick advantage for game one, once they named Matt Beach, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and go in. I'm pretty sure I can do it. And then I did.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really did come down to that. Like you said, that was a matchup you were comfortable with. It definitely showed. Maybe got a little bit closer here and there than you wanted it to, but you walked away with that victory nonetheless. So you definitely found a lot of great value there. You guys as a whole did a great job in particular. I mean, MIA with a phenomenal performance, able to do a lot of damage there. His Mario is top tier, one of the best that I have seen personally. But I guess my question for you is, what do you guys do next? As a team, you guys have secured a 2021 League Champion victory here today. What's your next plan here? You guys just going to go off and celebrate?
Yeah, I think we'll probably definitely do some celebration today, and then just start getting ready for the summer because COVID is finally starting to let up in our home region, and the vaccine is super widespread now. A lot of people have gotten it, so we're going to actually be able to do some tournaments in person. And so I think we're all just excited to go ahead and get back to the status quo and get to just go hang out in person and compete and do what we like.
Absolutely. Well, if anything, this is a good omen, right? This is a good sign for what the future holds. So have you have any other questions?
Yeah, I know I asked this to you guys yesterday, but I want to see if you guys get a little bit of a different response. You guys have played now, I think this is 20 weeks of EGF action or close to, and it's a lot of Super Smash Brothers to be played. What does this championship mean for you and your program?
We're just really excited about the opportunity to finally show that Mississippi still has some very relevant Smash players, and that you can't really just sleep on just these random states and these random regions. I mean, the Southeast outside of Florida and Georgia is usually not, people don't look at them and expect a lot of things from them. So just being able to show we can still hang is really important to us. And we also are doing our best to do really well in these collegiate events because we're, like everybody else, I assume, is trying to secure some funding for our club. And so these kind of wins go a long way in convincing our school to throw us some money.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, kind of these schools that are slept on, so to speak. I remember that when I started casting Smash, you guys, our schedules never crossed for 8 or 9 weeks. And then one time I was casting Mississippi and I was like, I have no idea who this team is. And now it's crazy to see that from that moment, you guys have made it all the way up through here. You've secured a victory in grand finals nonetheless, and did a phenomenal job at that. Connor, thank you so much for joining us, but we are way behind schedule now that you guys have taken it down to the absolute wire like that. But tell your whole team, we only get to talk to one of you guys, but a massive congratulations to all of you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having us.
Of course. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. And with that, folks, that finally does bring the 2021 EGF Smash season to a close. I'm sure I can speak for Soy and myself when I say this was an absolute honor to be here through this entire season to cast these grand finals. And DePaul, you guys know I love you off stage. I love you on stage. And I'm sure we are all so incredibly proud of the fight you guys put up here today. But unfortunately, only one can win. On the bright side, you have that conference win under your belt, so you don't walk away with nothing. A huge shout out to Soy for joining me. A huge shout out to the teams for coming. Huge shout out to Devin and House of 3000 in the background for putting on all that great production and adding that Madden moment that all all of you were so excited to see and I was excited to use toward the beginning of the day. Huge shout out to EGF for making all of this happen. And again, folks, take your posture, drink some water. Don't forget to love each other. We'll see you next season.